Okay guys, this whole playlist will be totally dedicated to one thing, and that is image uploading in Django, because a lot of beginners are kind of confused with that. So to achieve that option, we're gonna use CKEditor, which is one of the best solutions out there when you're working with Django. And not just that you're gonna have option to upload images, you'll also have option to turn this into blog or website, because our front end can accept text and not just images. So yeah, you can do that too, but focus here is on images. So for front end, I'm going to use Bootstrap 4, very simple and beautiful solutions that is extremely useful when you are doing some kind of prototypes and stuff like that. So yeah, I do have image categories here. You can, if you don't need it, drop that, but you know, I like to concatenate models. Because if you don't do that, maybe you will have like a shallow knowledge how models work with each other. So yeah, that's the reason why I have categories. Anyway guys, the primary stuff here is a photo link, and that's pretty much it. That's the representation of last two images I have. Well, I have only two in this case on my listing. So how our backend is looking like? Well, just classical Django administration, nothing custom. You have option to add categories, like let's do that right here, like a new cut and save, and there you go. Also, if you click on categories, there you go, you have it. And the most important thing is photos models. So here we can click on add photo, we can say for example new image, and we can upload image, and not just image but also text, but I'm gonna be focused on images right here. So let's click here to add something from my I don't know, desktop. So what we need to do is we need to go to upload and choose that specific file somewhere on my machine. Let me find something, just a second, like that image, and open, and I need to send that to server. I'm gonna change aspect ratio because I can, and here you can define border and horizontal and vertical space around image. So when you click on OK, there you go, you have your image, and here you can set specific date and time, but just you can also leave it because date and time will be automatically grabbed by Django. And also you can choose some category or you can totally drop it. So I'm gonna use new category here just to prove that this thing is working. Save, and now if I go to photos, there you go, this image, last one, is the first in results. We're gonna also learn how to order results in Django. That's just 2 lines of code, nothing special. So you can turn this into a blog or something like that, but the moral of the story, the focus will be just on images. Right? So my advice here is don't watch this playlist. I'm gonna be completely honest, if you don't have basics of Django. So on my channel you have like 3 or 4 dedicated playlists, including shop CMS in Django, where I'm going into very detailed explanation what is what in Django. So to track this, what's happening here in this playlist, you need to know, well, at least basics. What is settings.py, how to create a virtual environment in Django, what is URLs, what is views, what are models, how to create templates and stuff like that. So at least some basic knowledge, and I'm gonna show you the source code briefly right here. Where is that thing? I'm gonna use Atom, you can use whatever you like. Settings.py, we're gonna mess around with that. Nothing special. We're gonna have a couple of entries here in installed applications. Down there we're gonna have thing for static and media files. Basically, because you have additional application which is CKEditor, you also need to tinker about those static files because CKEditor is big. And yeah, now another thing that is important here, URLs. Well, nothing special, but as I said, you need to know at least basics of it. I'm gonna explain that also in detail, but you're gonna be much better if you know that thing up till now. Models are not that complicated. As I said, you can disregard categories, but I'm gonna use it anyway. And actually, the focus here will be on photo model, which is actually in a background dedicated table, guys, table and not database, in SQLite database emulation. The SQLite, this thing here, is actually just file with very special structure that will emulate client-server architecture. You can think about that as well. Another thing, of course, we need to include models in our admin control panel, Django Administration, because otherwise you will not be able to see that option to upload new images. And templates, classical Django stuff. Inside the templates we have them dedicated folder for custom pages, for listings, and base.html is just full of Bootstrap 4 code. So yeah, these things are pretty much generic, and that's what we're doing in this playlist. So let me repeat one more time. Focus will be on image uploading, and when you're done with that, you can boost this to blog CMS, image CMS with the gallery, Bootstrap 4 cards. You can turn this into some kind of 4chan board, something like that. With the Django, of course, because hosting of Django is actually not that expensive. If you check Python Anywhere, you're gonna see that you get a lot of stuff for free, and for $5 a month you can get servers, at least virtual environment at the day servers that can handle like 100 hits a day, something like that. Check that, but on top of my mind, that's pretty much it. Anyway, guys, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, in the next tutorial we're gonna start typing some code. It will not be difficult. I'm gonna go explain that into great details, but you're gonna be much better if you know at least Django a little bit. And on my channel you do have that 3 or 4 dedicated playlists if this is like too much at the moment for you. Okay guys, I'm gonna shut up. Thanks for watching as always, and see you in the next tutorial. We're gonna create, Django project, Django application, and we're gonna mess around with settings.py, critical file in Django. Okay, thanks for watching. See you there. Okay guys, let's start with our terminals, PowerShells, command prompts, whatever. Just make sure that if you're on Windows, you're gonna run your command prompt or PowerShell as admin, because if you don't do that, maybe you're gonna have some problems with privileges. So yeah, let's just use this thing as admins. And right click, run as admin, and I need to say yes, and there you go. Okay, so in the root of my drive, because it's easy, I'm gonna create virtual environment first. It's one line of code, instruction, nothing special. Python venv, and this is what we need to type, what we must type, and now we're gonna have name for that virtual environment. And guys, generally environments are very useful because when we use them, we will not pollute like native primary Python Django installation. So just use environments and you're gonna be fine. It's not scary, it's just one line of things. Right, so photo venv will be name of that environment. Okay, you can choose whatever you like here, it's really not important. So enter, and in a split of a second we're gonna have a new line here. Hopefully. Here we are. Anyway, next thing is we need to relocate ourselves here in photo venv, because this is actually directory, this is folder, so let's go there because we need to activate. So cd photo venv, let's say we are here, let's say there to see what's up in it. And okay, so that's standard. So let's get into scripts because now we need to activate that thing. So cd scripts, and it again, and now we need to type activate, because this is actually instruction, this is like executable. Activate, and just observe what's gonna happen here at the left side. See, so when you see these brackets, parentheses, whatever, that means that environment is activated. So now we are safely working in that like a container. So a lot of people are having that problem. They start doing their stuff right here in scripts, so that's bad. You need to go one level back in photo venv again, like in primary photo venv. So let's relocate there. Cd ... and now we are again in photo venv, so we are safe to work here. Okay guys, so let's create, so we need to actually install Django. Pip install Django And guys, that's pretty much it. Let's press enter, and this will be done in a split of a second. My Avast is complaining, so yeah. I think it's less than a minute or something. I have good fiber internet. I think it will be, fast, relatively fast. And then after that, we gonna upgrade pip. It's not a necessary thing to do, but why not when we are here? It will not hurt us, okay? And I'm gonna pause this video at the moment because I don't wanna waste your time. Okay, we are done with the Django installation, and now we're gonna upgrade pip because why not? There is a line we need to type or copy paste, whatever. So Python m pip install upgrade pip. And oh, what's happening? Oh, space. Right, so the new version is 22.4. Okay, come on. Right, so pip is done. So now we need to create primary Django folder where we're gonna have all our smaller applications like blogs and forums and galleries and accounting application and I don't know, stuff like that, images. Right, so Django admin start project, and let's call it like IMG CMS. Now guys, check this out. When you use this middle line here, you're gonna end up in problems. Let me press enter here. Again, antivirus, don't worry about that. So please make sure that name is valid identifier, which means that you must not use middle line, you must use underscore. Okay, IMG CMS, now the thing will work. Okay, there you go. So CD IMG CMS, we need to relocate there, because when we do there, here we're gonna have manage.py. Think about manage.py as a man in the middle. It's like interface to Django admin, So you don't need to type Django admin do this, Django admin do that. You're gonna say Python manage.py do something. Well, yeah, it's easier. It's it's different. It's nice. I don't know. Right. So whatever you do, you're gonna do in this primary Django directory. So don't mix in your head like a virtual environment. Who cares about virtual environments? Don't mix that thing with primary Django directory. Okay, two different things. Right, so here we're gonna create now small application, which will be, let's call it image upload. That will be name of our application. Smaller one. In big IMG CMS directory. So Python, we will not use Django admin, just Python manage.py. That's like very important file. Never open it, never mess around with that file like in editor. And I need to say, I totally forget here. Start, I think start up, and now I need to give it a name for that smaller application, like image upload. So every time when you create an application, you need to add it into settings.py file that we're gonna do that in next tutorial. Image upload. Okay, enter. And guys, that's pretty much it. So you can also go into image upload, but we really don't need to do anything in that folder like manually through terminal. So there, and yeah, that's pretty much it, default situation. But don't worry about that. So let's go one level back, because this is a place where we have manage.py. And we need that file to run server, development server. How? Well, again, Python manage.py and run server. And you can choose port, networking port here, or you can just leave it default, and then the port by default will be 8000. Let's press enter. And I have 18 unapplied migrations. Well, that basically means that we need to create, of course, automatically SQLite 3 file that will emulate like database. I mean, it is just pure file. So let's actually break from this, but before that, let's see, can we access that thing on port 8000. So enter, and then if you're on Windows, it may happen that here in tab you will see that thing rolling, but here you will not see the results. So don't worry about that, because if you press once Ctrl+C in this terminal, you're gonna see that thing happening in the background. Ctrl+C, there you go. Okay, so don't worry about that. The thing is totally working now. Refresh, there you go. Anyway, you can also run this server on different port, as I said. So let's do that. Run server on port 8005, let's say. Okay, and here let's just switch to 8005. And there you go, same stuff. But I think that you will be happy pretty much with default port. So we will not specify anything here. Enter, let me check that one more time. 8000. Okay, that works. Okay guys, now let's apply migrations. So that basically means we are preparing stuff for Django administration. How we are going to do that? Well, here just say migrate. Migrate, and there you go. All these things mean Django is preparing that backend stuff for you. But is that enough? No. Now we need to sorry. Now we need to create super user. So let's do that. CKEditor super user and not super user. So basically you are creating account for admin. Okay. Username will be admin. Let's say. Email address, well, use your real email address or something else. Who cares? We're just practicing here. Password, that one. Hopefully I will not forget it. Super user created successfully. Yeah, I think that's it. So let's run our server again, because we need to get into that Django administration, which is already done for us. It's absolutely amazing what Django is doing for us. And in a split of a second, there you go. Okay, let's have a slash here and navigate to admin, and in a split of a second, there you go. Let's log into administration with my password. Probably I didn't forget it. Log in, and there you go. Okay guys, so we don't really need to touch groups and users here. We don't care about permissions. This is very useful if you're creating some like a website like you know, Washington Post and news press website, where you have groups of reporters, and then you allocate specific person to that specific group. So yeah, it's just like a classical Windows, Unix, Linux policy method about passwords and groups. Nothing special. It's awesome. So yeah, you can create specific groups here. By default you don't have any, so you can create some groups with specific permissions, and then you can create users here at add user, and you can allocate it to specific group. For example, if we click on admin, we can change some characteristics here, like first name, last name, and then we can mess around with permissions. But don't do that for admin account, because there is great chance that you'll mess something up. So you can play with some other accounts, but never play with admin, because maybe if you click this like super user status, maybe you will run into problems. I don't want to do that at the moment. As I said, we're just focused here on creation and upload of images. I mean gallery, whatever. So guys, let me confirm that everything is fine one more time. I'm gonna log out. That's cool. Let me check. That's cool. And okay, that works. Right, so let's open our editor. The easiest thing you can do is just navigate in your file explorer or whatever you have. Just grab that virtual environment in here. Let me actually do that. Okay, let me show that to you. So when you find yourself into virtual environment, don't grab everything here. You really don't need to do that. You're gonna just pollute your editor. Just grab this img CMS, which is primary Django directory, and just, move it to the left side in the sidebar. And there you go. It's already opened. And another approach, which is kind of slow, I don't know, it depends what you like, is just go to File, Add Project folder, and then find it on your file system, on your system. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it in this tutorial. In the next one, we're gonna mess around with settings.py, which is a critical file, one of the most important files in Django. But that's a topic for another discussion. And I really don't like these commands, so I'm gonna just delete them by default. I don't know, I always do that. Yeah, okay. So next tutorial, we're gonna handle that, and we're gonna start writing models for categories. As always, thank you for watching, and yeah, see you there. Okay guys, now when we are absolutely sure that our server is totally fine, let's end up in editors, and we're gonna target settings.py, which is very important file. Well, here find a section for installed applications, and all these things are needed by Django by default, so just leave those things. So see this image upload application, our own small stuff, gallery, album, call it whatever you like. Well, every time when you create your own stuff, you need to add it to settings.py, because Django will not read your mind, okay? Django doesn't know how many smaller applications you're going to create. So down there, we're gonna add that thing, of course, between single quotes, because this is a classical Python list, and these things are basically strings separated by comma, of course. What else? So image upload, just type it here, image upload. And that's it for now, guys. For now, we're gonna return to settings.py a little bit later. Right, so now let's start designing our database. Well, tables in our databases. We're gonna navigate to models.py, and this is a place we're gonna start rolling with categories, okay? So how we are going to do that? Well, the thing is extremely easy. So just say class, and name will be categories or category, whatever you like. It's totally up to you. So these things right here will actually be tables in a database, and database is SQLite tree file. It's like emulation of big system. So category, and now because we have this line, we can totally safely here type models.model. Models.model. And now we're gonna target rows, columns in that table, because all tables need to have rows for entries, and columns will be, well, dedicated data types. So don't worry about theory so much, you're gonna understand through practice a lot. So yeah, for that column in this table, we need to have like a name, of course. What else? So we're gonna call it like name or cut name or category name. So cut name. And now, just like in pure MySQL, call it whatever you like, we're gonna state what kind of data type we are talking about here. So how to do that in Django? Well, models dot character field, or in MySQL terminology, variable character, because this is Django char field, uppercase C, char field, and uppercase F, sorry. And it is demanded by Django that you need to set maximum width, maximum length. So this is basically maximum space, maximum number of characters that you can use. Max I always confuse myself with th at the end, htth, whatever. Anyway, the value will be some, for example, 200 characters, not much. And also you can have like alias for that field in HTML form, or alias for that column. Help text will be, for example, category name. I'm gonna use single quotes. It's not obligated that you have help text for that category or whatever. It's totally up to you, but maximum length must be specified. Okay, and here you don't use any kind of commas. So this is our first table. Okay, so is that enough? Well, no, but we need actually to restart our server to cancel it, and then we need to apply migrations. So how to do that? Well, python manage.py make migrations. So this means that we are preparing stuff for real migration. So we are creating outline. Django is creating and checking if everything is fine. So enter and see we do have created the model for categories, and you can actually check that here in 01 initial. So if you open that file, this is what Django prepared for us. See, this is name of table, and ID is given to us automatically. See, auto created primary key, and yeah, and of course this is our name of that column in a database. Right, is that enough? No, because we need to migrate actually to see that thing in Django administration. Migrate. Okay, that's fine. And now we need to run our server, and we're gonna check what's happening in Django administration. So let's do that. /admin and login. And we don't have anything here. Why is that so? Well, because in our editor we need to target admin.py. This is a file that will be tasked for recognition, basically to include whatever you have in models in Django administration. So first thing is we need to find that thing where is in our files. So from our local models we're gonna import name of that thing, and that thing is category. Okay, so you can just copy paste it in admin, and now when you have it, when it's recognized like location of it, now you can use it. So in admin section we're gonna register those categories, and here you don't need to use quotes. Okay, so don't use quotes. Okay, that's cool. So basically for every table in models you need to include it in Django admin through admin.py. So first you locate it and then you register it to be visible in Django administration. So yeah, that's it for now, and I can delete this space, and now that thing will be totally visible here. Refresh, there you go. So this is name of our smaller application, and category, so we have S at the end by default. We're gonna change that, but let me just see, can I add things here? So categories, okay, we are here, and add category, and I can type something here like I don't know, x66. I'm not creative with names, who cares? This is just general general category for images, number 1. I don't know, who cares? Save, and we do have it as category object, so obviously we need to change that. So this is a problem, and S at the end is a problem, and you guys probably know how to do that up till now from my playlist, but still we're gonna solve that thing. Okay, so let's remove S from the name of category S. How we are going to do that? Well, oops, where I am? I need to end up in models. So we're gonna use class here, new class meta. So I'm not inventing anything here. This is classical Django stuff. You can find that in documentation. So in meta you're gonna say verbose name plural, and we're gonna call it we're gonna hard code it as categories. Okay, uppercase C, and let's refresh that to see changes here. There you go, that works, and you don't need to apply migrations like in terminal. Okay, so everything is fine. You can do that a little bit later, you know, just in case. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Now, another thing, this generic name must be like proper name that we have right here. So how we are going to do that? We'll again categories, and we're gonna say def str self, and this is basically a way how to extract any real name, and you're gonna use this method in all tables, in all models you have. So this is like a standard. You're gonna use it all the time. So return that specific self, and specifically in that self we're gonna target this category name, because you can have many of these columns, but now for representation in Django administration we just care about one column. It's enough for now. And guys, that's pretty much it. Let me refresh, and there you go, you have it for real. Okay, as I said, I just like to, you know, apply migrations even if I don't need to. I don't know, that's some obsessive disorder. I just need to make sure that everything is working. So yeah, make migrations, change meta options on category. Okay, so that's the reason why I need to do that. And let's type migrate here. There you go. Okay, so let me run that thing again. Oops. Run server. There you go, and let me check that one more time. Fine, everything works. Okay guys, in the next tutorial we're gonna create models for photos with a couple of columns like title and a little bit of explanation like body, the date when we have uploaded that photo, and categories, big categories of photos. Anyway, that's the topic for next tutorial. As always, thank you for watching. See you next one. Okay guys, let's add models for photos. So where is my editor? Okay, here in models.py, of course, we're gonna say class, class name will be photo or images, image, whatever you like, it's totally up to you. Process is totally same as here, well, at least to some degree. We're gonna say models and model, because this thing will provide us option to use all these character fields, email fields, textual fields, and such a thing. So yeah, now we need to deal with couple of different columns, dedicated ones. So every time when you have some kind of post, even textual post, you wanna have like a title of it, and probably date when that thing is published. So photo, title, let's call it like that, and models, and again this will be character field, and also we're gonna say that maximum length will be 200 characters, and we really don't need help text. Okay, so the next thing is if beside image you wanna have also text like blog post, you also need like body of that thing, body. So let's just call it photo body. So in that body there will be text plus image, not just one, you can have many of them. Okay, so because we don't work yet with images, this is just preparation, and we will upgrade our photo model. So now we'll just use textual field. Okay, so text field. And guys, I promise we're gonna upgrade this. We must do that, but that will be done in a couple of next tutorials. First, we must go slowly to understand this thing. So textual field, and you don't need to specify. I think I don't know. I'm gonna just say maximum length also here. For example, well, 4,000, let's say, characters. Okay, and even more. but yeah, let's just have it at 4000 at the moment. And now what about date when this thing is published? Well, you can say created. So this is a name of column, and now we're gonna say models dot date time field, datetime field, and we need to have time at the moment. So how to do that? Well, this is classical Django stuff. I'm not inventing this. You need to type exactly this: default equals time now, datetime now, which means that you need to import something because you don't have like at your disposal at the moment. So right here at the top you're gonna import that. So from datetime import time datetime. So now you can use it down there safely. Okay, so what's next? So every of these photos they need to be in some kind of category, because you're gonna probably boost this CMS to be big like. So those categories are right here. So how to connect something from here with this thing? Well, let's do that. So photo category, this is dedicated column in a table, equals models dot, and oh, I forget here models dot foreign key. Foreign key, how to type this in English? Foreign key. I always confuse myself with that. So now we're gonna target these categories. So this foreign key, just imagine that that thing is like a cable between this thing and that thing, between that thing and that thing. So just, it's like physical cable. It's like a connection. Right, so foreign key, what are we targeting? Categories. So category, uppercase C. And now we need to set what's gonna happen, for example, when we delete these categories for some very weird reason. We just decided we wanna delete them. Well, we don't wanna delete also entries. So yeah, if you delete categories, you wanna have still photos somewhere in your table. So how to say that? Well, on delete, if that delete happens, equals models dot set null, and when you're dealing with HTML forms, you don't need to specify, for example, these categories if you don't want to. Okay, and that's also stands for when you're working in Django administration. So how to say that when we are talking about forms? Well, you're gonna say blank equals true, and also here when you have set null, when you're deleting stuff, you also must type null equals true. So what's the difference between blank and null? Well, the difference is blank is related to HTML forms, and null is related to actually what's happening in a table, in a database. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And yeah, I think now I need just to apply migrations. Okay, save. Where is my terminal? I'm gonna say make migrations. Make migrations. Create model photo. Let's check that. Where is that thing? 03 photo, I think. And yeah, there you go. So that's preparation. See, we have automatic ID, which is auto created primary, of course. So all these things down there are own custom tables, just ID is done by Django for us automatically. So this is just preparation here in 03 photo. So now we need to actually issue this. Okay? And it's easy, we're gonna say migrate. Migrate. And yeah, so when I do refresh, oh, I need to run server. Run server. And I don't see that. Oh, right, I need to also include that in Django Administration. So just a second. Models, so see, name was photo, so now we need to navigate to admin.py, and also here we're gonna say photo, we need photos, model, and down there we're just gonna copy paste this line, and then we're gonna change category into photo. And now I think that I don't need to restart my server, so refresh, and there you go. So see, again, we have s at the end automatically, and we are going to change that in models.py. Again, we're going to use same class meta, and we can say verbose name plural, that it is something that we need, like hard-coded stuff, or it's totally up to you. So we can say like images here, or I don't know. Yeah, let's do that, like images. It's totally up to you. Okay, save, and see, it's changed. But you know, for simplicity reasons, I'm just gonna say like I'm gonna hard code photos here. Yeah, it is also same stuff as default, but you know, when we are having hard coded stuff here, well, let's also have it down there. It's stupid, but yeah, why not? Okay, so let's add something into our table. Photos, let's click and add photo, and guys, this is just a text for now, so a little bit later we're gonna improve our models. Photo title, photo like 1, as I said, I'm not creative with names. Photo body like photo 1 body, and date is done automatically, and here you can choose some category that is automatically recognized because that foreign key thing, or you can just leave it blank. And let's actually do that. Let's just leave it blank. So save, and there you go, without problems. Okay, but why we can do that without problems, you're probably asking? Well, because in models, see, you're using blank equals true, and blank equals true means that, okay, you can choose blank thing here. And now if you decide for some reason to put that image into some of the categories, you're gonna just click on that category. And also you can add that category right here. You don't need to go to categories here. So you can just click plus here, and you can say like general category for images like 2. Where is my mouse? Just a second. Category 2. Save. And there you go. See, it is visible automatically. So let's just have it in category 2, some imaginary category. So save, and there you go. 2 categories and photos. Okay, photo object 1, this is kind of stupid. So again, we need to fix that. And same stuff. We're gonna just grab pretty much these 2 lines down there. We need to respect indentation, so you cannot have it right here. No, because we are in class. So let me just delete that. Okay, right here. We need to follow this like alignment vertically. Yeah, so we will not target category name because obviously we are not into categories, we are in photos. So you can choose any of these columns, or you can choose all of them. It's totally up to you, and you can fix that with string formatting. So I'm gonna just grab photo title. Photo title, I'm gonna put it here, save, and refresh. There you go. That's exactly what we have here. So same stuff. And it will be very nice if we do those migrations. Make migrations, a little bit of changes. See, we have new meta for photos, obviously, and now we can just say migrate. I mean, the thing will obviously work without that because the change is not drastical, but yeah. There you go, guys. And let's run our server again to confirm that everything is fine. There you go. Refresh. Fine. Let's add another like photo. A little bit later we're gonna really add a real photo. So like photo imaginary like 3, I don't know, I'm gonna copy paste this down there because I'm not creative, and we're gonna leave these things. Also you can change it, but yeah, who cares, this is just automatically done for us. And I'm gonna put it into category 2, this photo imaginary tree. Save. There you go, everything works. Anyway guys, in the next tutorial we definitely need to work with routes, and that means we need to create a base template, because it will be very nice if we have that representation of results on a home page. So right now we have default stuff, and in next tutorial we're gonna handle like our own custom pages. Base template, okay. Thanks for watching as always, and see you next tutorial. Okay guys, in this tutorial we're gonna create our first report. We're gonna have a list of categories. Well, there are a lot of things that we need to do in this tutorial, so let's roll with the code. So first thing is we need to go to views.py and think about views as like an engine that will spit accurate data in a templates that we need to create. So views is just like a bunch of functions that will pull stuff from a database so we can show it in HTML files. So the first thing here is, because we are going to deal with generic reports, because it's very easy, we need to import that option. How? Well, from Django.views we're gonna import generic. We need generic listings, right? So another thing is we also need to import models. So let's do that. From our local models we're gonna import for now categories, just category model, okay, that's for now. And how to proceed? Well, class categories, I'm gonna use uppercase C here, categories but listing of those things, categories list view. So you can have whatever you like for a name, but I will just use something here, name of a model, let's say, and then I'm gonna concatenate that with list view, because it's easy to find that in your code if your code is big. Is that enough? No, now we need to use this generic thing. So generic dot list view, and I'm not inventing this is all in documentation. Question: how we will grab that listing? Well, we're gonna target specific model. Why? Because we can from here, okay? So target model is category. So this category is same stuff as this down there, and yeah, I'm using categories here, but you can have category or cut or C or whatever you like. So much about views.py. Next thing is, well, we also need to have routes. When end user hits our website, that route will respond. Basically, a route will lead to this view, and views will spit results. So see this urls.py, this is like a major route, like a major switching board. So the thing is that also we need to have like a local switching board in image upload. So this is generic, big global route, and we also need like smaller routes for every of small apps we have. So how to say that? Well, here we're gonna say .include because we need to include route from image upload. How? Path and include. This is a route when end user hits a route of our website, so specific route will be activated. Include route from image upload. So image upload.urls. Well, that basically means that we also have this small route. We need to have it. So here in image upload, click on new file, and also have it as a urls.py. So name is the same pretty much here and here, but the task is kinda dedicated. Okay, so in this routes we're gonna have from Django.urls import path because we're gonna use path down there. And from views, we're gonna, from local directory, we're gonna import views. Yeah, we can do that like that. And now we need to follow, well, pretty much same order as here in global routes. I'm gonna copy paste this into here. And now let's delete that thing. We don't need it, and we're gonna have custom stuff. Custom, when end user hits root of our drive, I mean website, we're gonna activate specific view. View, because we have it here, and we have it here in reality as a file. So views dot, what is the name of view? Well, it is category list view. Let me copy paste that in URLs. And now we need to add here as view, as ever. So this is Django stuff, I'm not inventing this. And also we need to have a name for this thing in templates, you know, as a links. So how to say this in Django terminology? Well, we're gonna say name equals index. Let's say index. You can have whatever you like here, like a home page, index, ABC, whatever you like. So this is like an alias that you're gonna use in templates. So we also need to create templates. Okay, that's pretty much it for now. So in image upload, we need to create dedicated folder with the name of templates, and not templates. Really, it need to be templates. And now that's not enough. We also need to roll to settings.py and tell Django that we do have that dedicated folder. So how we are going to say that? Well, here, exactly here in dirs, see dirs for templates, we're gonna say os.path.join, and we're gonna concatenate our base directory, so this is image upload directory, with base directory. We're gonna concatenate that with templates. These templates that we just created. Now let me see, do I need to type anything else here? Well, yeah, you can have a couple of these paths, so you can use comma here. But is that enough? Well, no, because see this OS here, well, we actually don't have it as a module imported in settings.py. So don't forget to include it, like at the top, of course, right here. So import OS, and now your server will work. So let me actually check what's happening. I have a bunch of stuff here, like problems. Let me try to run that thing. Okay, so we do have a server running, and let me test that with refresh. Oh, cool. So basically this is error. This is very nice error, because it's telling us where that category list HTML, which is generic name, need to be. So it need to be in image upload, and this image upload directory need to be in templates. So this file need to be there. So let's follow that order that actually this error is telling us. And this is classical generic error, but it is very accurate. You basically don't need more than this to figure out what is happening. So where I was, right, in templates, we're gonna create a new file, and name of that file will be category list. So let's have it here. Okay, category list, and now we need to fulfill it with a couple of stuff. Well, the first thing is we need to extract basically all those individual lines from reports. But to do that, guys, we actually need to create the base template, because this category list will inherit from base template. So yeah, here in templates, we're gonna create a new file, base.html, and I actually created error here. You probably noticed that. Category list and base are in the same level. That's wrong, because error is telling us that category list need to be in image upload. So let me fix that. So new folder, image, upload, and now we will just grab this category list and put it here. Okay, what about base template? Well, we're gonna grab stuff from Bootstrap, get started, and we're gonna grab like an example here, starter template. I'm gonna copy everything in here, and now I need to do a little bit of cleaning. So for example, well, yeah, okay, what they are saying, this is new, right? So this is new for Bootstrap 5, I think. So I'm gonna just use Bootstrap 4, which means I'm gonna have this activated, this will be deleted. So let me do that. Right, I don't need this line, this is too much, this is comment. I also don't need these lines, and I need to activate this code. So I need to remove this HTML comment, and now our core of Bootstrap is ready. That's cool, but is that enough? Well, no, now we need the navigation. So let me grab navigation from navbar. So let me see what I can steal. Okay, this thing. I'm gonna grab everything, copy, and I'm gonna put it here. Like, let's have a little bit of space. And yeah, what we need to delete is this drop down menu up till here, and this disabled button, we don't need that, and also we don't need this form. So we are just left with, let me see, a UL for navbar, and here I don't need, for example, this line. So I will just have it like that. Okay, I think this is cool. I don't need span then. So we can have home, and I'm gonna delete this link right here. Okay. So what else? Okay, so now we need to include this thing in category list. So let's do that. How we are going to do that actually? Well, category list, and here we're gonna type next thing. We're gonna extend extends that base template, base.html. So these things are Django way how to say, okay, there will be instruction here, and that instruction specifically means grab something, in this case base.html, and use it before everything else. So this is total base. Based on that, everything next will be processed. So before we do that, actually in a base.html we need to have whole, so that all other child teams can put dedicated data in that whole. So how to say that in Django? Well, somewhere around here, just a second. For example, here we're gonna use that like a block of content. So you can have it right here at the top, but because we have navigation, maybe it's better to have it like somewhere down there. Let me fix this a bit. For example, here, right here. And how to create that block of content? Well, you're gonna use again Django way, and you're gonna say create block with specific name. For example, it's totally up to you. Name will be content, and also it's not enough to have it, you also need to close it, because these things are just like borders. So what that means is whatever it is here, it will be in reality replaced in all child teams that will inherit from base.html. So down there you need to close it. So end block. You don't need to say end block content, end block will be like automatically fixing things. So yeah, now we need to have that like placeholder. So let's fulfill it in category list with real stuff. So here we need to say with what we are fulfilling from base.html, and you probably know that we're gonna fulfill that block, and name of that block will be content, because this is how you target any of those blocks. Just use name of it. You can have many of them down there, and of course we need to close it down there like end block. Okay, so what about processing of actual data from database? Well, we're gonna use like classical for loop here. And how to create it? Well, you're going to say again %, and you need to know this from Python. It's or from any other language. For loop is just a for loop. So for any entry that you have in a database, in category list, category list, you're gonna spit out those results. So is it enough to have this line? Well, no, because you also need to close that line. I mean for loop. So just say end for. And this is Django stuff, okay guys, you will get used to it. End for, and now in here, which is dedicated piece of block for loop, we're gonna do that processing. So what processing actually means? Well, this X is a row in a table, and in a table we have multiple columns. In this case, because we are working only with categories, let me show that. We are working only with categories. We do have only one column, which is category name. So yeah, this X means row. So you're gonna say X, and you're gonna target in that row, whatever that thing is, that specific category, which was cut name. And you can copy paste if you don't want to remember this. So this is how you target specific columns. You can target all of them, one of them, it's totally up to you. Okay, so now hopefully when I run my server, everything will be fine. Okay, it seems that it is. So here, when I do refresh, there you go. Oh, xcut name x. Oh, let me just fix this. So yeah, this is navbar. I have some title. What the heck is this? This is from base template. Where is that thing? Just a second. Oh, right. Oh, h1. I don't need h1. This is ugly. So let me just refresh that thing. Okay, it's better. So yeah, I created error. Basically, I hard coded stuff. So question is how to dynamically extract those things. Okay, it's easy. It's error on my part. Here you're gonna use tags for variables, and that pretty much means that you will not use %. You're gonna use two of these at left and the right side, and now you're gonna extract like real variable results, something that changes over time. Okay, there you go. If you remember, you have general category image 1 and category number 2, and that's actually from Django Administration. Categories, there you go. Yeah, I know that names are ugly, but that's what it is. Okay, so question is, well, if this looks ugly and we are using Bootstrap, how we are going to solve this, that it looks like nice? So we're going to use Bootstrap tables, because that will provide us like generic option to our reports to look nicer. Right, so that means that outside of for loop, we need to have like preparation for table, like a skeleton of table, and in a Bootstrap way, it will be like this. Of course, table with a dedicated class table, and we can also have it as stripped. And guys, I don't know these things on top of my mind. It's in Django documentation. So ctrl stripped, and we also need to have headings for tables. I mean, it's nice to have headings. So we're gonna say t head, and class is also dedicated Bootstrap class to head light. This is just a color. And now we're gonna have just a classical tr, which is row, and we're gonna use th. You need to know this from HTML, tutorials and stuff. And we need to say scope equals column. So they will be like so what's happening? Oh, column. Something's freezing on my monitors. Anyway, so scope will be column, and we need to close it because it's classical th. I mean th. So we need to have a name for it. Well, categories or whatever you like. It's totally up to you. It's just name of column in the report. Okay, let's close tr. Let's close tr. We also need to close thead, table head. And now we are going to open the real stuff, which is tbody, table body. Okay, and that means that outside of for loop we need to close it. So let me see where. I'm gonna say tbody, and we also need to close div for table. So table / table. Is that enough? Well, no, because in here we also do need something with the row. Because right now if you refresh, you'll get partial result. See? So these things are outside, and that's kind of stupid. These things need to be inside, like here, one by one. Okay, so here we're gonna use dedicated td class. td class, which is bootstrap thingy. And name of it is list group item. And yeah, we can have a little bit of space here if you like, for simplicity reasons. And of course we need to close that thing with a td. And guys, let me repeat, you have all these classes and arrangement and stuff of Bootstrap code in Bootstrap 4 documentation. So now this thing will go here, hopefully. There you go, guys. And some of you will probably say, oh, this is kind of ugly. I mean, why navigation is not like different color? Because this is kind of simple. So yeah, we can target base.html, and let me remind myself what class I was using. Probably dark class. Dark here. Dark. Okay, save. And just a second. And you can use also others colors from Bootstrap. Okay, there you go. It's kind of nice. And if you wanna have like I don't know, like a difference between navbar and categories, you can have that in CSS, but you can also be lazy like me, and you can say something like where is that thing? This is navigation. Here you can say just, something stupid like BR or HR if you wanna have a line or something. And now there you go. It's totally up to you. It's not that important. Okay, guys, I think we're pretty much cool now. So when I click enter, when I refresh our page, because we are in root, that will work. When I click on navbar, yeah, this is just hard-coded, and the home is hard-coded. So that's kind of stupid. What we need to do is, again, in the base template, we need to find those things. So right here, we're gonna use like dynamic navigation with that, with this Django way of doing things. So now it's just enough to say this URL, and what are we actually targeting? Well, we are targeting, if you remember from URLs, we are targeting index, and this is that alias that we are going to use right here. So you can, guys, copy it here, and also if you're lazy like me, you can also grab that thing and copy it, for example, also here. And now this thing will not be hard-coded, they will be like dynamic, let's say. Same stuff, for navbar and for home. You can also delete this navbar if you like. I mean, you can call it like image upload CMS or something like that. Maybe that's ugly, but let me see what's happening. Image upload CMS. Yeah, who cares? But anyway, guys, when you refresh it now, when you click on it, see, it will work. When you click on home, that thing will work. Okay? And if you care about specific route here, like categories / categories, if you want to activate that, well, fine, we're gonna have specific route in URLs for that too. So let's actually do that. URLs, and I mean, yeah, we can just copy paste this to next line because we're lazy, and we can just say, okay, so the next route will be categories and / and then have a different name for it, like categories without /. Okay, / need to be here in a route and not in your alias. And now that thing will work. See? Okay, and the refresh, and there you go, it works. And yeah, we can also change it in navigation. Okay, base, and for example, we're gonna switch this home to categories. So this will be name of link, and yeah, correspondingly, we're gonna change these indexes down there to categories. Categories, because we can, and we can because of this thing here. This is a route, this is view that will spit results in template, and this is name of that route that we're going to use in our templates. Yeah, guys, I know it's a kind of long tutorial and it's maybe confusing, but these are steps. So there you go, that works. See, no big routes, just a route. When I click here, and when I click here, there you go, categories. So that's cool. Okay, sorry. In the next tutorial, we're gonna do listing for photos, okay? And then in a tutorial after that, we're gonna start creating what you see, what you get editor in Django Administration. And then we're gonna fix all these, image upload capabilities, because that's the whole purpose of this playlist. When you go to admin, when you click here on photos and on add, you're gonna be also having these what you see, what you get options here, a bunch of options, and then when you click on one of those icons, you will be able to upload images. That's the whole purpose of this tutorial, this playlist. So yeah, we need to gradually to roll through these options and code and stuff. Yeah, no, it's kind of long, but who says that programming is kind of easy? Well, at least first couple of years, couple of hundreds of euros. Okay, definitely I'm gonna shut up. Thank you for watching. Our CMS is working like fine, well, at least these basic operations. And yeah, see you in next tutorial. See you there. Okay guys, in this tutorial we're gonna handle templates for photos, and before we do that we also need to handle views, of course, and routes. So let's do that. Okay, we're gonna navigate to views.py, and here we're gonna import those model for photo. Okay, so let's just have it right here. Oops, right here, and then we will create dedicated class for that. So class, let's call it photo. It's totally up to you, but I'm gonna have this part constant down there. So list view. As I say, this is totally up to you, and also that, but generic dot list view, you must use that exactly like I have here. Okay, generic dot list view, and now down there we're gonna target specific model. So guys, here you will not use model S, you wanna use just model. You can just target one model here, and that model is that one. So that's how you specify your target. Okay, now we do have a view, and our server is probably broken at the moment. Oh, it's not. Anyway, so now we need to handle that route. So the end user hits, for example, in a browser this, like photo, slash, we need to have that specific route. But now you don't have it because we didn't conclude our code pretty much. So let's do that right here. Our path will be photo or images, just don't forget slash here. And now we are going to target specific view. In this case, views.photo list view. Okay, so these things must be different. We are targeting different views, and task of view is just to spit results in templates. Okay, so don't forget to say as view, and also for usage in templates we need to have specific like alias for it. And let's just call it photo and comma, because we can have many routes and many views. But now let's just have things simplified here. Okay, so let me see what's happening with the server. I'm gonna try to restart it. And okay, it seems that it's kind of cool. So let me find that location, like photo. And bam, we do have an error, and this is very nice error. So again, same stuff as with categories. We need to have photo list in image upload, and image upload is in templates. So we'll just follow that order. Let me copy paste this because this is very generic information. We're gonna copy paste that into templates. So new folder, or no, sorry, here in image upload, new file, and we are going to call it photolist.html. Okay, so question is what's gonna be in here? Well, first we need to inherit from base template. So I have to extend from base.html. And now down there, of course, same stuff as in category list, we need to open block of content. Because if you don't have that, you will not see actual results. You will end up in error. So let's open it. Block of some generic content. We also need to close it down there with end block. And in here, we're gonna have, for example, h1. And in h1, we're gonna just say images or listing or photos. So photos. And now the primary part, the most important part, is when you're doing listing or for loop, of course. So percents again. So for any x, for some x in photo list, we will print those results. But of course, we also must close our for loop and for. Okay, a little bit of space here. And now in here, we need to do that processing. So indentation is nice. And we will spit, for example, if you watch what's happening in models, we can grab many of these things like photo title, body, created, and photo category. So yeah, we can just grab a couple of these things like photo title and photo body for simplicity reasons in our very simple report. For now, guys, for now. So how we are going to do that? Well, don't forget that we will use these tags, and now we're gonna target specific rows. How? Well, this X represents row, and now we're gonna extract those columns. And the column is photo title. Photo title, because we have it in our models.py. Okay, that's one thing. And another thing will be photo body. So yeah, photo specific row is X, and from row we're gonna grab photo body for every of entries. So this is very simplified situation. So let me see what I have, and then we can probably beautify it. There you go, ugly, but it will work. Right, so photos after photos, we can have a little bit of, I don't know, like BR something. Okay. Okay, and here we can put title in H2. So H2, and we need to close it, for example, here. I mean we must do that. H2, and for photo body we will just use paragraph. I mean, you can grab something like from Bootstrap, but let's just be happy with H2 and P, classical pure HTML stuff. Okay, refresh. There you go. So guys, this is very nice base. I know it looks simplified a lot, but it's very nice base a little bit later when we are going to do centralization of our results. Okay, let's fix navigation here because we lack photo link. So we need to go to base.html, and we're gonna steal a little bit of code from ourselves because we are lazy. I'm gonna copy this link for categories right here, and then we just gonna call it photos or images. It's totally up to you. And because in URLs we have photo as alias, that means we can freely use it right here. So photo will get the job done. Okay, and refresh. There you go. This link works, this link works, this link works. No problem with navigation. So this image upload CMS looks a little bit long. Let's also change that, like image CMS. And yeah, it's kind of shorter, kind of nicer. So here's the situation. We do see 1, 3 and so on results. But for example, when you enter new stuff like photo, let's say 10, you want to see that thing as a first result. And let's put this photo in this first category. So save. And now here, when we refresh things, we expect this 10 to be up here as a first thing that we can see. So the situation is that in views.py, we need to change ordering. And because we are targeting photo model, then here we're gonna say ordering equals, and guys, I'm not inventing this. This is what you must type. It's all in Django documentation. So we can use this ordering because in the models, you have a created field column. So that thing is a date. So we are all ordering by date. Okay, so let's target date here. How we'll say that? Well, string, and we're gonna say minus created. So this is just name of column. And refresh. There you go. And if you remove this negative, this minus, then you'll get pretty much default situation, and you don't want to have that. Okay, so negative will get the job done. Okay guys, in the next tutorial we're gonna definitely install CKEditor. What you get capabilities right here when we are adding new posts, new images. And when we are done with that, then we will fix upload capabilities, because these two things are different and we need to spend like a half of hour explaining that stuff. So first, what you get editor installation, and then upload capability. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely shut up in this tutorial. Thank you for watching as always, and see you next one. Okay, see you there. Okay guys, let's add CKEditor, and here, right here, we're gonna have a lot of options to style our text, our post, and of course we're gonna target photo body. Okay, so everything is fine with our CMS up till now. We need to go and cancel our server. 2 times you need to press Ctrl+C, well, at least on my system. I'm gonna also CLS, clear screen, and what we need to do is pip install Django CKEditor, and this will be done in like 10 or 15 seconds, I think. Okay, we need to wait for a bit. Okay, successfully installed Django CKEditor. Right. So now we need to go to settings.py, because every time when you install either your own application, when you create it, like image upload, or when you grab it from other people, you need to tell that to Django in settings.py. So right here, after image upload, we are going to add CKEditor. Okay, so you don't need to say Django CKEditor. CKEditor is enough. Right. Now when we are happy with that, let's navigate to models.py, because we will change structure of our tables here. So what are we targeting? We are targeting photo body. So this is a place where we need those options to style our posts, our images. So here you will not say text field, you will have a rich text field. I'm not inventing this, it is in documentation. Rich text field. Okay? But the question is, from where we are grabbing this? We are grabbing that from CKEditor, and that means we need to include it right here. And this is common error for a lot of beginners. They just use something and they forget to import it. I mean, you're gonna get there over time anywhere after you spend some nerves on it. So from CKEditor.fields, fields import rich text field, rich text field, but this is a custom stuff from CKEditor, so we will not use generic models option from Django. Okay, so we don't need this models dot right here. Okay, now when we are changing this structure of table, we need to apply those migrations. So TLS, and we're gonna say Python manage.py migrate, and I think make migrations, make migrations, and here in migrations we're gonna hopefully see that change. Alter field photo body on photo. Okay, that's what we need. So let me see, do we have that changes in migrations? I think this is the last one. And model name photo. Okay, there you go, guys. See, new field, rich text field with a maximum length of 4000 characters. So yeah, let's finally apply that with pure migration, with the real stuff. Migrate, and hopefully everything will be fine. Hopefully. Okay, that's cool. Now we need to check what's happening. Well, we are going to run our server. Run server, and hopefully okay, that's cool, no errors. So refresh, that works, and we do care about Django options here in admin. So we are targeting photos, and when we go to add photo, there you go, guys, you see you have these new options here. So let's style something like a post, test post. As I said, I'm not creative with names, so test post, what is happening? Test post blog, and here we're gonna have like a link to Google, and let's grab it, and where is the link? Right here. So you can choose your protocols here. You even have FTP, like file transfer protocol, and you can choose secure connection. But you know, let's just, well, yeah, let's have it as secure Google. And also you have other options, like you can open new window in browser, new tab, and you can also other customization. Well, there is a lot of stuff here, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it simple and short. Okay, there you go, and a little bit of text right here, little bit of text, a little bit of dot. Let's, for example, where are colors? Colors. For background, I think let's choose something else. That one. Ooh, that's kind of ugly. I don't know. Little bit of text. I think that will work. Okay, right. So that's cool. And also you can boost it to, I don't know, headings H2. Okay. And down there we're gonna insert table. So tables, for example, 2 rows and 2 columns. You can set width of the table, height, cell spacing, if you like. You know, classical HTML stuff that you can do manually. Headers, well, border size, something big, well, 2, alignment, and other things. So okay, and let's fulfill it with something like test and blah blah blah. And what else we can have here? Well, that's pretty much it for now. And you can put it in some category and save, and let's see what's happening. Photos, right. So guys, this is not a problem. Here you see raw HTML. That's cool, don't worry about that. We're gonna fix it. How we are going to fix it? Well, let me see. In our report, which is for photo list, and because we are targeting photo body, we're gonna use filter. And filters means basically beautification in some way. So we're gonna use this, what is the name of this in English, like upper line, vertical one, I don't know. Correct me on that one. So here on the right side, after a little bit of space, you need to say save. So basically you are like checking, you're turning that raw HTML into something usable on your page. And also you can do that on many other columns, not just on photo list, on category list, in any Django template. With the save, you will do a great job. Okay, there you go, guys. I mean, sure, you can beautify this with some booster for cards and stuff like that, but we are just focused here on basic options. And see, it's kind of easy. Google, there you go, that works. Okay, so guys, that's pretty much it. In the next tutorial, we are going to work with images, like really with images, because here if you click on image, yes, you do have like some options, but you don't have option to actually upload it. Okay, so we need to have that possibility to upload and mess around with our own images. Okay guys, so that's it. Thank you for watching as always, and yeah, see you next tutorial. Okay, see you there. Okay guys, let's finally get that image uploading capability. So here is the thing what we need to do. Go to settings.py, it is very critical file, and here after CKEditor we are going to add CKEditor uploader. Okay, have this line right here, don't delete it. Okay, CKEditor uploader. Okay, we need that. Next thing is totally down there, we need to have place to work with static files, JavaScript, with CSS, with images, stuff like that. So leave this line, this URL, that's fine, we need it. And we need to add couple or 3 more lines here, dedicated ones. So static root, and we are going to say also static here. And final slash will be needed. So here's the thing. Don't have slash also here, just have it right here. So this is about classic CSS and JavaScript stuff. So down there we are going to do same stuff for media, for images. So media URL equals same approach as here, media, and also media root. And guys, this is in documentation, this is not my invention. Okay, media with a slash, don't forget that. Okay, there is yet another thing Down there from installed applications, we will add CKEditor upload path, like a big general folder where we are going to upload stuff. I mean, you can also type it down there, but I don't know, I just like to have it after installed applications. So this is the line: CKEditor, CKEditor, upload path, and we're going to say uploads here with a slash. Don't forget slash. So let me recap. This line is important, this line is important, and just add these things down there for static files and for media. Okay, let me check one more time. Slash slash no slash 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 no slash. Okay, that's cool. So next thing is go to big URLs file, not local URLs, big switching board, because here we need to add a couple of things. Well, first we need to add path for CKEditor. So path CKEditor without slash at the end, and we need to include it because CKEditor is like real application here. So include CKEditor uploader, guys, uploader dot URLs. This is dedicated application, which is very big one. Okay, comma here and comma here. Let me grab a little bit of water. Well, is that enough? No, we also need this line plus static, because we are working with static files on our own development server, and location of those static files, how we are going to state that? Well, settings dot media URL and comma and document root equals again settings settings dot media root. So we can use these things now because we do have it in settings.py. But is this enough? Well, no, because we need to include this settings option. So how we are going to do that? Well, right here you're going to say from Django.conf import settings, and a lot of people forget that. They find this example on internet somewhere in official documentation or on Stack Overflow, but they forget to do this. This is very important. So is that enough? No, we also need to have this option to work with static files. So how to say that? Well, from Django.conf.urls import static, and now that's cool. But here's the situation: we also need those views.py in urls.py, which is a big one, major one. So you must upload it right here. I mean import it. So from, and what is name of our local small application? It is image upload. Okay. So from image upload, we are importing those views. And guys, that means that if you have like a 10 of these smaller applications, you also need to include them in big urls.py if you wanna like work with images and I don't know, different static stuff. Alright, so hopefully I didn't create any kind of errors here. Let me check one more time. Settings, we do have it. Static, we do have it. Media root, media URL, we have it in settings.py. Image upload, same stuff as the name of that thing, and views. Okay, so here's the situation. Here we need to collect all those static files. So this is dedicated Django operation. command. So let me cls clear screen and python manage.py collect static concatenated. Collect static concatenated, and hopefully guys, when I press enter, all these 1000 files will be included. 1000 blah 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 copied to static folder. Okay, so let me see where is that thing. Okay, static. So we do have administration, okay, with a bunch of CSS stuff. See, a lot of CSS thingies, fonts, images, dedicated images in bunch of JavaScript files. Now, I'm not a JavaScript programmer. I mean, I can force myself, but this is just too much for my head. Maybe one day when I have free time, I will learn properly JavaScript. Because guys, when I see .js, my head starts to hurt pretty much. You know, I'm like a backend fella. So, what is next? Well, we also need to change our models. Because now we are not working with a rich text field, you know, like a very simple what you see, what you get option. We actually need to upload stuff. So rich text field will become rich text uploading field. Rich text uploading field. And I'm gonna remove this thing because we are working with images now. Let me check. Rich text uploading field. I think it's field and it's not fields, but I'm gonna check that anyway. So guys, next question. We need to use this thing now from Django uploader, from CKEditor, sorry. So also we need to include it right here. Well, let's do that. From Django, just a second. Right. From CKEditor uploader fields, import rich text uploading field. And let me check, is that field or fields? Just a second. Yeah, I'm right. It's a field and not fields. Right, that's cool. So that means that this is also fine. Rich text uploading field. Well, every time when we have any kind of drastic change in the tables, we also need to do migrations. So again, server, and we are going to say python manage py migrations, make migrations, and hopefully the media URL settings must end with a slash. Where, let me see. Right, so I need to add slashes. Well, I thought that I added it. Well, settings. Right, here, media URL, slash and slash. Okay, thank you, Django, and hopefully. Okay, alter field photo body on photo. That means cool. We do have like preparation. So let me check that in migrations, final one. Yeah, rich text uploading field, that's fine. Okay. That's cool. So that means we can run proper migrations. We can migrate actually in reality. And guys, that's pretty much it, I think. So the final thing is, let's run our server. And here's the thing, guys, don't try to memorize these things. You have examples all over the place on Stack Overflow, Google, different websites, YouTube, in my playlist, other people playlists and stuff like that. So don't force yourself, there is too much to remember. Anyway, run server. Okay. Refresh. And where is image? Oh, right here. Oh, here we are, guys. Upload. We do have that upload tab. So real image, and actually I'm gonna delete everything here. So I'm gonna go to photos and I will totally delete everything because I wanna like clear situation. Okay, add photo and test photo. test image number 1, let's say, and let's have something from my desktop, I think. Okay, upload, choose file, and when we choose file we need to send it to server. So let me find something on my machine, and I don't know, can I do this on another monitor? I can't. Anyway, I'm gonna blur something. Choose file, and just a second. Right, something on a desktop. I'm gonna grab some free images from Pixels, whatever the name is. Okay, and there you go, send it to server. There you go, guys, we do have image. So let's change this thing, the size of it. Aspect ratio is locked here, and also we can have border, or maybe not, I don't know, and horizontal and vertical space like 10 pixels. And you can set alignment here to left or right. And guys, here's weird stuff. In Django, well, I mean in CKEditor at the moment you don't have option to like align to center. For some reason, I don't know why they have that. We need to do that manually in the source code, but better option is to do that in CSS. So anyway, guys, let's just click OK. And there you go, guys, that's image on my machine. So let me just put it in category 2 and save, and hello world, and refresh. And there you go, guys. And yeah, let's add another one. Add photo, like test photo. What I was using, test image or test photo? I'm kind of very bad with memory. Test image 2. I don't know what's happening. My memory is just or maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know. Probably both of these things. Choose file. Again, blur. Sorry about that, but you know. Again, pixels. Open. Send it to server. We're gonna have same dimensions here. Maybe this is too much. You know, it's a big photo. Border. 10 spaces, or maybe this is stupid image. Maybe it's just too big. Sorry, guys. This is just big image. Let me find something better. I don't know. Here we are. Test 3. Send it to server. 800 pixels. 10 and 10. Okay, and category 1, save, and yet another, why not, test image 3, upload, choose file, that one, send it to server, 800, so it's kind of like a gallery or something, I don't know. Without centralization at the moment, we're gonna do that in CSS. Okay, save, and cool. Uppercase T. Save. Okay, result, refresh. There you go, guys. You have like a very basic gallery here, and that was the goal from the start. So the question is, okay, we have this. Well, how to centralize? Well, you have a couple of options, and one of them is stupid. It will work, but it will negate itself. Let me explain. So, oops, sorry. Let's go to test image number 3. Let's go to source, and let's say we want to centralize it directly here. So, you're going to say style equals classical CSS stuff, text, align equals center. Okay, and hopefully that will work. Save, refresh, and there you go, it will work. And you will say, okay, I can do that, it's not too much of a problem. But the problem is it will negate itself. Check this out. If you want to change again something like any other image or paragraph or something, so when you click here, you will see that you don't have centralization anymore. So whatever you change, it will be destroyed. Anyway, everything else will be destroyed, your CSS, internal one. So save, and again, same problem. So don't use like a centralization here in a code. It's stupid. You will just waste your time. What you can do is just navigate to base.html here, and here we're gonna add our own custom CSS for paragraph. I mean, you can target specific paragraph or something with the class, with ID. It's really not important. You know your stuff in a front-end world. Anyway, style. I don't need this media screen stuff. I'm gonna say for every paragraph, I'm gonna have text aligned. So by default in Django Administration you have left and right option, but you don't have center option. So this is how you hardcode stuff. It's kind of cheating, and I don't get why in CKEditor they don't have that activated. Probably they have their own reasons. Right. So save, and now everything will be aligned except these, H2s. So yeah, I mean, you can do that in a base.html if you like, but who knows how many templates you're gonna have. So I'm gonna just target photo list here and H2 here. I'm gonna say style will also be text align center. Why not? So we're like micro targeting. Hopefully this is fine. Okay, let me check. Comma, comma, blah, blah. I mean quotes. And now, there you go, guys. Okay, this is pretty much a final video in this playlist. Nothing special, guys. Now you know how to mess around with what you see, what you get editors. And the most important thing is that you know how to upload images. So let me repeat this like one more time. What you need to do in generally when you're importing images. Well, first thing is just add in a settings.py, add uploader, okay, then set path exactly like I have here, then add static and media instructions down there. So don't forget as I // you must use that here and also down there, and slash need to be at the end for roots. Okay, that's for settings. Then what else we need to do? Right, variables in models.py. Yeah, you need to change rich text field to rich text uploading field, which means also you need to include it right here. And in URLs, basic big URLs, here you need to add these 3 lines to work with static files, settings and views. You must import views. So when you're fine with that, just add this line and path to CKEditor, because CKEditor uploader is like independent stuff. Then you need to run that collect static operation in a terminal, and then static folder will be created. I think in that order. I don't know on top of my mind. I have always list on my other monitor how to do that. Right. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing special. Let me check one more time. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Okay, so this is end of playlist, final tutorial. You can boost this into some big CMS, and actually let me find my other playlist that can be of some help to you. Just a second. Right, so I do have one big playlist about Django. It's like a Django shop CMS with 15 tutorials in a playlist. So basically you have option here to have products, product instances, categories. You do have forms for buyers, categories, product instances, and such a thing. So you can use like a bootstrap here and code from here and combine that with this playlist that we have done in well right now. And also on my channel I also have for total beginners Django tutorials for beginners, 12 tutorials, and to-do application, very simple stuff in Django. So if you're like pure beginner, go with that one. After you're done with that, go with this one, and when you're happy with that, have a little bit of rest, and then roll with this Django Shop CMS, and then combine that with the knowledge of this playlist where we are uploading images. And you're gonna have like a very nice like blog or website or something like that. Very functional one, and you can actually make some money with that or put it on a GitHub or something like that. Okay guys, I'm a little bit tired, so I definitely need to shut up and go to bed. As always guys, thank you for watching, and yeah, see you in one of the next playlists, and a lot of them will be about Python and especially about Django. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you there.